I was appointed to the Board of Trustees as a junior, and then proudly elected as SGA president, and then commissioned as a second lieutenant. Oh, by the way, Alpha Kappa Mu, National Honor Society, Dean's List every semester except my first. Okay, we'll talk about that later, all right? But I graduated from there, and of course my wife became the St. Augustus College in 1977. She was fine then, and she's fine now. She is now the director. She is now NASA's Director of Internships, Fellowships, and Scholarships, all right? And she goes all over the world now, and I carry her bags. Past couple of years, we've been in Italy, China, we just got back from Canada, going to Jerusalem next year, Australia next. I carry my wife bags now, and proudly. St. Augustine College catapulted me into a fabulous, amazing military career. The leadership that I acquired as an SGA president or being with the Board of Trustee members, it just helped me. I was just a great leader. I am a great leader. And I learned that here at St. Augustine. I traveled all over. A Miami boy had never been out of Miami until he went off to college to Raleigh, North Carolina. Ended up traveling over to 40 different foreign countries. So God is good. It was an amazing career. And then to come back as professor of military science at my alma mater, the program that produced me. Do you know, I guess I'm getting up in age now, my cadets then are now lieutenant colonels now. One of our cadets is now a professor of military science at Howard University. We've got another St. Aug graduate that was author, Creed Lyons. Y'all may remember him, some of you out there. He's now Lieutenant Colonel Lyons at Howard University. We have an Isaac Manico that was just offered the North Carolina A&T Professor of Military Science. However, he came out on what we call a battalion command list, so he's going to take a battalion command instead. So we've got great people out there. I've got some students here. When I was Dean of Students, VP of Student Affairs, I see you out there. Stand up. Oh my God. Oh, Bruce is over there. Lord knows, God is good. So, as an alumnus, I proudly say that I am a graduate of St. Augustine College. And one thing, be proud of your institution. Don't allow anyone to talk about it. We can talk about it just like family. Because my wife and I, we get together, we talk about our daughter, right? But you let someone else talk about it. They have trouble on their hands. Know the correct pronunciation and correct people when they say St. Augustine. When I was a professor of military science, my counterpart at Duke kept calling it St. Augustine. First time I let it go. He's in a meeting, yes, Colonel Knowles at St. Augustine. I let it go then. But you know, I'm from Liberty City, and sometimes the hood come out of you. The third time he said it, I got up and I said, well Colonel, I call him John Doe. I told, well, Colonel Doe from Duke University. He turned red. He said, and he came to me after saying, well, why did you say Duke University? I said, I've been telling you St. Augustine's the Black Bishop of Hippo for ages. He now knows the correct pronunciation. Let's talk about my author hat, because I'm a proud alum of St. Augustine. My author hat. I wrote a book called Help Them Pull Their Pants Up, How Mentors and Communities Can Empower Young African American Men. So as an author, I just want to share how you may want to be an author one day. You just come up with an idea. You just do your research. If you know me, when you get to know me, I'm all about the plight of young African American males. And that was why I wanted to write a book about it. So I sat there and I said, well, I know what I want to write about, so I had to research it. You have to do your research. Then you have to come up with a title. Sometimes you come up before you write it or after you've written it. So at first it was going to be pull those pants up and man up. But then I started thinking that's why the young men don't pull their pants up, because if you yelling at them like that, it's not going to happen. So that, it came to me to say, help them pull their pants up. And when I say help them pull their pants up, I meant literally pull your pants up, and figuratively help them pull their social pants up, their professional pants up, their husbandly pants up, and things of that nature. And that's how I came about that. And when you provide a problem, come up with course of actions for a solution. By the way, that is good advice when you go out into the marketplace, into the workplace. My soldiers know, do not come to me with a problem. You better have a solution with it, or recommend a solution. So learn to do that. Don't go to your boss with problems. We don't want to hear you come with a solution or go back until you have one. So please remember that. Now, some of the chapters are very important. I started off with an American tragedy. The statistics of what's going on with African American males today is just atrocious. The homicides, the incarceration, the unemployment. So I started out with the American tragedy, talking about that. Then I went on to say, why listen to me? To prove to the people, at least I know what I'm talking about. So I had 10 people I had 7 of 10 people came from St. Aug that provided testimonials. I've got one here, I see Abdul over there, stand up Abdul. I met him, he's from Camden, New Jersey. He talks about in the book how we met in front of Hunt Building. He was just minding his own business, big old dean suits come out and say, where are you, who are you? And that's how we started, and I've been mentoring him for 18 years now. People stand up. Same thing with him. They were students, and now they are, he owns his own business, Abdul does, and you are a mental health professional. He's helping at-risk kids here in the Raleigh area. So I'm proud of both of them. So he's out of our book. And Bruce, you're doing your work, stand up. You're working with kids too, are you not? All right. He was a handful, by the way. God is good. Okay. And where's Nicole? Stand up. She's doing really well working on graduate degree. She's a mother, a great mother now. So I'm showing them all. I'm proud of it. So that's why I say you can listen to me, because I have dealt with hundreds of our young people. I went on to say prepare for battle. You know, I'm military, so you prepare for battle. I talk about courses of action, taking our villages back. We're in our communities. We are just letting other folks take care of them, take it over. It's time for us to take it back. And we have to have courage to do so. I got in trouble when I wrote something in there saying, this is before Trayvon and everyone else, when our young men are killed by law enforcement, that is an injustice, and we must be out there protesting. But I also ask, where are the protests when we're killing hundreds of our young men every day? Why are we not protesting for them as well? I have find that man. And then I got in trouble with some of the sisters. But what I meant by that, sisters that do not have husbands, I'm saying find a man, not necessarily for you per se, but to help mentor your boys. Because to be a good man, you have to see a good man. So find that man for your young son. I said conduct a bro triage. That's a brother triage. I got in trouble for this too, but I keep it real. I broke it up into a traffic light analogy. Red brothers, yellow brothers, and green brothers. Green brothers are the ones that are going to do well regardless. They got it going on. They go to class. They do everything right. The yellow brothers, well, they could go either way, but with the right leadership, they can turn the corner. The red brothers, stop. They're not ready. You're wasting your time. They're like prodigal sons. Until they're ready to come back home, then you embrace them. But the red brothers, a lot of them, they just not doing anything. And you're wasting your time. So that was provocative, but I kept it real. Educate. We have to educate. We have to mentor. We have to develop a life plan. So that's how I came up with being an author. It's been just great, and I'll talk about later on. You know, we're all authors. And I'll talk to you now about you're an author of your own life story. Let's talk about the St. Paul chapter. You are writing the St. Paul chapter of your lives right now. Have you done anything? What have you written thus far? Have you been serious? Now, I know this is not the case now, but when I was here 15 years ago, we had some students come here and do absolutely nothing. I'm sure we don't have it now, but I'm telling you what I experienced. I walked in Boyer Hall. I was walking there during the day, walking the halls, and then they're playing Xbox. That's for the guys in Boyer. I think the young ladies in Boyer know. Okay, but playing Xbox and not going to class, making F's, hanging out on the yard, doing absolutely nothing. And then I've had a couple come to me after they dropped out and flunked out. They didn't know they had to pay those loans back. Can you imagine what you're paying? I don't know what you're paying now per year. I hope you're getting your money's worth. I hope you're getting your money's worth. I've run across quite a few that think that, well, if I drop out, then it's over. Yeah, it's over, but your St. Paul chapter has not ended until you pay that money. I'm going to give you some about 7 tips, call them the Knowles tips, to your St. Paul chapter and write it. Tip number 1, do you. Do you. When I saw the previous people that have been up here, I saw a judge, I saw you congressman, and then they have Bill Knowles. But you know what? I'm just as important. I did what I wanted to do. They did what they wanted to do. Do you, all right? Don't worry about what other people are doing. Do you. Give 100%. Bring your A game. Dress for success. And okay, we'll get into about, well, I don't have to. Yeah, you do have to dress. If you want to dress for success, you need to dress it up. All right? Sometimes we don't want to hurt people's feelings, but we're here to teach you. Dress for success. And I believe that, and I work with young people, and I connect with them, and I don't try to put them down, but I cannot fathom a college-educated man walking around with his pants hanging down. I just can't fathom it. See, I don't get a clap for that, but I'm telling you. Let people know that you count through your talents. You have a purpose. You're important. You are you. Do you. Don't worry about other people. Do you and be the best that you can be. God gave each one of us a talent, a purpose. Find your purpose. Find your passion and do you. Tip number 2. I've already said be proud of your school. St. Paul is not a perfect school. And I have been to over 50 HBCU campuses in the past 15 years, and about a good 60 Hispanic serving institutions, they call them minority institutions, Hispanic serving institutions and tribal colleges and universities. There are no perfect institutions. So St. Paul is not perfect. No college, no university is perfect. Be proud of your school. Number 3, watch what you say to yourself. If you keep telling yourself you can't do anything, you're not going to do it. Chris Matthews of MSNBC fame at Howard University said something that was very profound. He said, never say no to yourself. And what he meant was, go and do what you want to do. Don't be afraid to say, well, it's not going to happen. Let someone else tell you no. Don't say no to yourselves. Do you. Don't say no to yourself. Don't talk yourself out of doing what you need to do. Number 4, find a mentor. I didn't know anything about mentors. I really did. And I think if I would have had a mentor early on, particularly in the military, I would have done much better. Things would have been easier. Mentors can help because they can tell you, you're about to fall in that pit right there. And you're looking, well, how do you know? Because I've already fallen in. Find a mentor. Find someone that you respect. Find someone that you admire, and just go up to them. Like I said, stop saying no to yourselves. They can say no, they may be too busy. Find another. But find a mentor. I have hundreds of mentees throughout the country, and these relationships have gone on for 17, 18, and 20 years now. They call me when they get married. They call me when they're about to buy their house. It continues on. And now they are mentoring me in technology and other things. So it's a reciprocal type relationship. Find a mentor. Look at that mentor, how he or she dresses. I had one brother talking about, well, I want to be a rapper. Fine. Well, look at Jay-Z or T.I. or 50 or whatever y'all call them, when they go in the boardroom, how they dress. So when they tell me, well, I want to be a rapper, I don't have to dress up. You check them out when they go in the boardroom and see if they have their pants hanging low or what have you. They are dressed in suits. They're looking very professional. Even that guy with all the tattoos, Lil Wayne. I've seen Lil Wayne dressed up in a suit when he's doing his business. So please find a mentor. Number 5, do something good. When you go to sleep at night, try to think of something, or when you wake up in the morning, what can I do good for today? And write it down. This could be a part of when you're writing your chapter, your St. Aug chapter. And you could just, each day, you can think of something that you can do good. Do something good. Help someone out. Be friendly. Some of y'all walk around here, I've seen a couple of y'all been looking like I slapped Jesus, you know? But try to connect with people. Respect to connect. Learn to network. This young man here, I met him. He called me up. I'm very proud of this young man. He looks like an officer already. He's got that down pat. And I'm already his mentor. I've been jacking him up since I met him this morning. But he knows it's out of love. But he's a sharp young man. All right, so he told me he wanted to be an aviator. We have a St. Augustine College graduate named Octavius Gibbons, who was an Army aviator, just retired from the Army as a lieutenant colonel. I Facebooked Octavius about him. Octavius came back to me and said, I would love to talk to him. They've already talked. He wants to be an aviator. Octavius Gibbons has been there, done that. They're going to have a mentoring relationship. Learn to network. Some things I told him already this morning. He needs to know that when he becomes an officer. I had to learn it the hard way. Some things I told him this morning, I expect him to act as an officer. That's how I'm going to be on him until I guess he'll be a general by the time, we continue on here. So learn to respect to connect. Young women, I want you to know how important you are. You are the key to the issues that we have. And people say, well, don't blame the women. I'm not blaming you. You are the key. If you hold your standards high for these brothers, we like to impress our women. We love to impress you. So if you step up your game, if you hold your standards high, they will up their standards. They will step their game up. So please, sisters, step up your game. Do not allow anyone to mistreat you, disrespect you, and Lord knows, don't let anyone touch you. Lay a hand on you. Brothers, we have to step up our game. And when I say brothers, I'm talking about black, white, green, whatever. We're all brothers. We have to step up our game too. We need to hold it up. we've got too many issues in our communities that we need to fix. And I believe education is the key, so that's why it's so very important for you to get as much education as you can, to take advantage of any opportunity that you can take advantage of. You will be surprised how when you respect someone, I call it respect to connect. If you respect someone, I don't care who they are, how they look, what they believe in, respect them as a fellow human being. And when you come to someone with respect, you're going to get respect back. And you'll find that you connect with them. And then there'll be a way, when you talk about networking, I called Octavius, Facebook Octavius, he immediately came back. Oh yeah, he doesn't even know this guy. But if I say it's good enough, he came back and he's going to do that. And then hopefully he will pay it forward and help someone else. And that's all I ask of any of my mentees, you pay it forward. And last but not least, get involved. How many of you are in an organization? I'm not necessarily talking Greek, I'm talking about an organization. Alpha Kappa youth. How many of you not? At least you're honest, young lady. What's your name? Good for you, you're honest. But you need to join, you got all those people, join the organization. Join up, join an organization, get involved in the community. You are our future. And you hear this all the time. And I'm a history major, so I'm going to end with this. Over 400, almost 400 years ago, if you walk down history lane with me and walk with me with this, you out there chilling with your family, mind your own business, and then bang, you're attacked. You're sold into slavery. You're going to a port of no return. You're in the, can you imagine yourself in a ship packed like sardines, lying in feces and urine, watching the women raped by the crew? They said the stench was so strong, you could smell the ship 10 miles away before it reached port. Can you imagine seeing people jumping over just to end this misery, or dying and being thrown overboard, and then coming to a shore that you've never seen before, at an auction block, branded slave, working in the fields, no respect, no equality, fighting in a revolutionary war. Maybe we'll have our freedom. No, we didn't get it then after that one. The Civil War, oh, of course, Emancipation Proclamation, oh, we're going to do it. No, we didn't. By the way, St. Augustine found right after that. Reconstruction, oh, we's free. No, we were not free. Reconstruction didn't last that long because Jim Crow came in. Jim Crow came in with lynchings and hangings and just treated us so badly. World War I, we served, still not treated equally. World War II, still can't. Do you understand that we used to look at the German prisoners in the better train cars than we had in World War II? Oh, well, the Korean War, of course, we have freedom after that. No. Civil rights era, people have been shot, hung, water hose, dogs biting them. That's when I came to St. Augustine. Right after that happened, in the early 70s, we were beginning to see a little freedom, but freedom wasn't really there. The equality wasn't there. Now we've come to the time now when we have an African-American president. But we're still not free because we have young men killing each other day by day. We have unemployment. We have incarceration. We have fatherless homes. We are depending on you. So all I ask you is to be serious about what you're doing. Serious about St. Augustine College, University. I pray God's blessings upon each and every one of you. I am honored to stand before you, and I hope you've learned something from what I've said. God bless you.